Welcome into a fresh new episode of the Bettor Half Hour. I'm your host, Alex Monaco. Another action-packed day in New York sports. The Knicks are cooking. The Rangers are on fire. Let's get into it because 2 7-game winning streaks doesn't happen every day. Who, what, when, where, why? Talking Knicks, Rangers. Let's start out with who? Obviously the Knicks and the Rangers. And what? How incredible are both teams on the hottest streak in their respective sports? And when does this happen? Well, my goodness, we'll get to it in a second. But right now, the Knicks on fire, putting up 111 and giving up only 101 in the month of December. Opponents shooting just 43% from the field. And I can't speak enough about these players. I'll get to them in a second. And the Rangers in December, 37 goals for, 22 goals against, and a plus 15 goal differential here in the month of December. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. They have not lost since our betcast on Monday against the Blues. That's how long it's been. And this Knicks club, let's go right back to him, led by Julius Randle here, 26.7, 11.4, and 4 assists in his last 7 outings. And right next to him is RJ Barrett, 22, 6.4, and 2.1 in his last 7. How about this? RJ has 5 straight 20-plus point outings. He will try to match 6 straight. He's done this only 3 times in his career. These two men, RJ and Randle, listen to this, tied for the second best NBA plus-minus in the league in the last 7, plus 85. When the lefties are on the court, plus 85. Knicks are outscoring their opponents. And how about this, the third guy in that category? Quentin Grimes with a plus 79. Got to love it. All right, where are these teams right now from a betting perspective in the futures outlook? Let's start with our Knicks to make the playoffs here. And I tried to tell you this, criminally underrated. You were getting plus money on the Knicks just a cup of coffee ago to make the playoffs. That is long gone, Jerry. Minus 165 for the Knicks to make the playoffs, to win the East plus 5,000 and to win the ship plus 15,000. Taking a look at our Rangers, you got juice to swallow as well. If you like the Rangers to get to the playoffs, minus 180 to win the conference, plus 1,000, and to win the ship, plus 2,000. Now, just to give you an idea, the Knicks have the 11th easiest schedule remaining in the NBA. You have to love that. Again, their over-under has moved drastically in the last few weeks. They were right there around 39.5 on DraftKings, and that's long gone. The Rangers, though, second hardest remaining schedule. Got to mention, the Met, far and away the most competitive division in the sport of hockey. You got New Jersey, Carolina, the Rangers, Pitt, Islanders, and Capitals all over 500 right now. Let's get into when, though. When was the last time both of these teams in New York were on fire at the same time? Well, only a handful of times, but it's phenomenal. Let's go back. Little 91, 92, 93, 94. Shout out Patrick Ewing and the boys. And, of course, 6 Hall of Famers on the Rangers 94 team and 3 on the 92 squad. So, again, both of those clubs in the early 90s here getting over 50 wins. It was a great time in New York all day long. Now, the Knicks are on pace for 48 wins here. Rangers are on pace for 45. Just looking at it, you go back to the 70s real quick. There was only 14 teams in the NHL, the early 70s, only 17 teams in the association. How about our Knicks back then? Willis Reed, Clyde Frazier, Phil Jackson, and it keeps going. Unbelievable club. And let's wrap with why should we believe in these teams? Let's start with our New York Rangers, an incredibly young, hungry team that showed you down early last year against the Penguins, no problem, come back 3-1 win. They faced adversity, they faced more veteran teams and older teams in the playoffs, and that kind of experience has to be invaluable, especially when you got Igor in net right now. Giving up the 7th least goals against, only 2.7 per outing, and the club right now, look, on goals per game, 3.27. You're averaging more than you're giving up. You got to love that. 14th in power play right now. And penalty kill is really where they're flourishing here. They're 6th best in the league on this 7th game win streak. You're seeing it more and more. phenomenal defense, timely defense. 81.6 of the time, they are killing the penalty. And then looking at this Knicks club, what can we say other than, thank goodness, we got a point guard, JB, up in here, averaging 26.2 Danny Dimes and 3.2 boards in 30 games. I mean, he's responsible right now for 3.4 wins. That's 18th highest in the NBA right now. Next closest is Julius at 3.1. So you cannot understate enough what 1-1 has done. Look at him, Euro stepping for our New York Knicks. That is the tail of the tape for both our Knicks and our Rangers.